Hey guys, so glad you're back. I believe that every human's life is comprised of 7 circles of significance, the areas that motivate and matter to us the most. When I sit across from someone in my office and she is explaining that her life is falling apart or is a mess or is unfulfilling or unhappy, I will always ask her, what exact area is it that you think is not working? And she usually responds something like, everything is a mess. But when I press in and ask her to name the maybe five things that are really screwed up, she usually can only come up with 1 or 2. And that's the thing, is usually it's 1 or 2 areas, and 1 or 2 things can be fixed. They can be changed. Believing that change is possible as you go into this new year is so vital. In fact, if you don't believe change is possible, it's time to throw this book away right now, because the whole thing is predicated on the idea that change is within our control as we listen and submit to the will of Jesus. I don't want to be bossy, but I have lived this out for 4 years and I believe it. It is truth. We can change some things. So let me put it another way. If you're not going to be willing to honestly assess your condition in these 7 areas and set your heart and your energy toward change, then the rest of this journey is just going to be really annoying to you, and I don't want to annoy you when we're just getting to know each other. So having said all that, here are the 7 circles. And yeah, there are other things in people's lives, and you may argue with some of these, and that's fine, but these I found work for me, and for most of the hundreds of women that I've worked with, they work pretty well. So you'll see the chart of circles in your planner. These circles will make up the rest of our week together, and they are health and well-being, family and friends, which we call tribe, resources, spirituality, creativity, romance and adventure, and purpose and mission. When people look at this chart, they always want to immediately put them into a list of what's most important to them, but I just have found that they are all interconnected in a way that makes them all important to everything, with your one beautiful life in the middle. For instance, I've been full throttle mission and purpose this year. I've been launching new things and launching new dreams and staying up late working and getting up early and working, and I have found that I have borrowed heavily from the health and well-being circle. I have not been running. I have not been caring about my nutrition as much as I have in the past 5 years. And so for me, this is the circle that I'm giving the bulk of my attention and discipline to this year. And this is our circle today. The one that we're looking at is health and well-being. For too long, we, especially in the church, have devalued the importance of our physical body and the role that it plays in our emotional and spiritual health. But this body is the container for all your hopes and dreams and hugs and kisses and work and worship. It is the vehicle that you have, and it's going to be so important that you listen to the Holy Spirit as you move through the planner today and do the work and ask Him for goals to take into this new year. You'll find in your planner there's a spot to list the things that are within your control and the things that are outside of your control. And then there's a place where you pray, a prayer of trust. You trust God with the things that you don't have any control over. And then there's a prayer of commitment saying, I will care for the things that are inside my domain. They are the things that I can be doing. And then maybe one of the most important places in the planner is the do the next right thing section, where you can list habits that you're going to set in the next day, the next month, the next 6 months, so that you can begin to put some feet to your faith. You can begin to put an action plan. I've given you a whole big list of ideas of new habits you could build into this circle of significance, but you also probably have some of your own and some places where you know you can start with this. So that's the first circle. That's day 1. Tomorrow we're going to look at day 2, and it's going to be so exciting. So I can't wait to see you tomorrow.